Actors That Took It Too Far, The Dangers of Stunt Work and Method Acting, by Isabella Brownlee. While honorable and impressive, method acting and stunt work have risks that cause some actors to undergo extreme body changes, injuries, or in worse cases, death. What is method acting? Method acting is a collection of teaching and preparation methods developed by theater professionals to inspire genuine and emotional performances. A recent example of this acting method can be found in the charity table read for Fast Times at Ridgemont High, with actors such as Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston, Morgan Freeman, and a few others. The real show came from Shia LaBeouf, who takes on a figure as a stoner and most evidently becomes just that, as he fumbles along in a car having the rest of the cast laugh at his behavior. Becoming a method actor is when someone can create a relationship with an entire emotional association with the role. While at most times method acting is awarded with Golden Globes, Oscars, and fame, there are some points in which this way of acting can injure or in worst cases kill an actor. Stunt work is frightening business that can injure anyone who tries, whether that be an actor, actress, or trained stunt professional. When an actor or actress attempts to or accomplishes their stunts, it makes headlines for the bravery or skill set required. There are many circumstances when trained stunt professionals, actors, and actresses are critically injured, which leads them to the end of their careers. Even more so, some lives are lost at the risk of making a film. My question is, where is the point in which stunt work hurts the film industry more than it positively improves it? Much of what is in this article caused extreme pain for those involved and their loved ones, all done for the entertainment industry. From losing or gaining weight caused by intense diet schedules that resemble torture, to accidental stunt work that results in months of pain or in frightening cases, the thoughts of committing suicide to escape the pain. Celebrities injured while performing their stunt work. Tom Cruise broke an ankle while filming for Mission Impossible Fallout. Tom Cruise is known for doing his tricks such as falling out of planes or motorcycle chases, and he isn't scared to go full out for his acting. However, no one is immune to injuries on the event of an accident, and incidences can sometimes happen to celebrities, even for Tom Cruise, the big star. Cruise broke his ankle when filming a trick in 2017 where he leaps from one building to another, but as a professional actor, Cruise stays true to his role and climbs the building over his badly damaged ankle. On the Graham Norton show, Cruise revealed the details of what happened. I instantly knew my ankle was broken, and I really didn't want to do it again, so I just got up and carried on with the take. I said, "It's broken, that's a wrap, take me to the hospital," and then everyone got on the phone and made their vacation arrangement. Cruise was required to go to rehab for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week to recover truly. The scene in which Cruise breaks his ankle was preserved in the film. George Clooney considered suicide after injury while filming for Syriana. George Clooney suffered a spinal injury while filming a torture scene for the 2005 film Syriana that would later have the actor considering suicide to escape the pain. The scene had Clooney tied to a chair and beaten up, and when the chair fell over, Clooney severely hit his head. As said on The Guardian by George Clooney, "I tore my dura, which is the wrap around my spine that holds in the spinal fluid. But it's not my back, it's my brain. I basically bruised my brain. It's bouncing around in my head because it's not supported by the spinal fluid." Unable to take pain medication with the fear of becoming addicted, Clooney was left to suffer within his own body after doctors could not initially identify the extent of his injury. The actor even went through a specific therapy that would trick himself into forgetting his pain. Clooney went through multiple surgeries to ease headaches. Before the surgery, it was the most unbearable pain I've ever been through. Literally where you'd go, "Well, you'll have to kill yourself at some point, you can't live like this." Clooney went on to win an Oscar for supporting actor for his performance in the role, with the ordeal aside. Dylan O'Brien was accidentally run over while filming Maze Runner: The Death Cure. Fears were raised that O'Brien had possibly been killed while shooting the final installment of the hit franchise Maze Runner. O'Brien was hit by accident during the beginning scene that involves a car chase along a fast-moving train. The actor had slipped and fallen into the car moving behind him, ending with O'Brien being run over. The accident fractured part of his face and sent him to the hospital with fractures, lacerations, and brain trauma. The actor underwent rehab and therapy before returning to the set several months after he had healed. Even as a Dylan O'Brien fan myself, I was unaware of this injury until a few months ago when it swung up on social media. Why? Because O'Brien is relatively silent and vague about the accident since it was an extremely traumatic incident for him. In an interview with Variety and iHeart Podcast, O'Brien revealed his precaution moving forward. Whenever I'm putting on a rig, I'm vetting every piece of that rig and much more. Even to this day, if I'm on set and I'm doing a stunt, if I'm in a rig, if there's some action going on, I'm slightly irritable. There is a degree of anxiety in me that I don't think there's ever not going to be. An important note from OBrien that compels you to consider the magnitude of what actors, actresses, and stunt professionals go through for entertainment was said by him. It absolutely completely rewires and restructures the way you see your life and what you deem important.
It was horrible. It was a very scary thing. But we came back, all got together again a year later. It was like we never left.
Charlize Theron was almost paralyzed while filming for Aeon Flux. Charlize Theron received a severe injury on set when making an acrobatic move while wearing platform shoes because women in the film industry cannot get a break with these strange wardrobe choices. In an interview with Regarding Television, Theron disclosed the nature of her injuries, which she claimed almost cost her job or even more scary, her life. It was the 10th or 9th day of shooting. We still had a whole film to do, and I did a gymnastics back handspring. I'd done 18 of them back to back, and I just slipped and landed on my neck with my body straight out, so all of my weight onto my neck, and herniated the disc between my 3rd and 4th vertebrae. Theron was hospitalized for 5 days, then returned to the States to get medical advice from her doctors. I had some nerve damage, I was numb on the right side of my body. I think we all realized that it was a pretty serious injury. In an interview with news.com.au, the actress revealed the true scary nature of the injury by saying, "I was a centimeter away from being completely paralyzed for the rest of my life." Theron lived with 8 years of pain after the accident, but that did not stop the actress when she continues to perform all of her stunts to this day. Celebrities killed while performing their stunt work. Vic Morrow, Micah Dinley, and Renee Chen died while filming for Twilight Zone the movie. Vic Morrow was killed on set of July in 1982 with 2 other child actors, Micah Dinley and Renee Chen. It was later revealed that the 2 children were being paid under the table as it was against California law to minors to work at night. A helicopter and pyrotechnics were used in the scene, a lethal mix, and another problematic children with issue on set. The pyrotechnics detonated during a sequence which Morrow was targeted by American soldiers in Vietnam, severing the helicopter's tail and forcing it to crash. Morrow was decapitated, and the 2 children were also killed in the crash. The director John Landis and 4 others were later charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter. Although, as the law seems to pan out, Landis got away with it as he did not expect the scene to be violent, so the suspects were found not guilty. Even though there were deaths in cruel care for 2 children, the film was released in June of 1983 and received mixed reviews. Brandon Lee died while filming for The Crow. Brandon Lee, the son of martial arts hero Bruce Lee, walked onto the set and would be killed in a stunt crash on March 31, 1993. The prop department had purchased live bullets, something that is never allowed onto set. However, they were promptly removed, that is, until the department had run out of blanks. The prop department took the live bullets and modified them into blanks to save time, but failed to recognize the lead tip had gotten jammed into the gun. Lee passed through the doorway with a shopping bag when another actor shot blanks at him from 15 feet away during a shooting. Lee triggered a toggle switch under the grocery bag at that stage, activating a small charge known as a squib, which is widely used on movie sets to mimic gunfire results. The same gun with the jammed lead tip was used to shoot Lee's character, and the lead tip was dislodged and was shot into Brandon Lee. He was hit in the abdomen and he died later that day at the age of 28. An investigation occurred but no criminal charges were filed, but there's the matter of negligence. To finish the film, director Alex Proyas used a double and some special effects. Roy Kinnear died while filming for The Return of the Musketeers. You might know Roy Kinnear as Mr. Salt, Veruca Salt's father in the 1971 Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. While filming for Return of the Musketeers, Kinnear, 54 at the time, was injured on set when he dropped off a horse, breaking his pelvis, followed by internal bleeding and requiring treatment in a Madrid hospital. Kinnear died of a heart attack the next day, September 20, 1988. Richard Lester, the producer, was deeply affected by Kinnear's death and left his film career soon after. Kinnear's wife and children were awarded $650,000 in damages and their legal costs in the High Court. It was revealed by a stunt coordinator and fellow actors that Kinnear was not offered a stunt double when he had no prior experience in horseback riding. As said by Kinnear's wife, "I feel justice has been done. Somebody can't just die and we all forget about it. Nothing will ever make up for the last 6 years of hell or the rest of our lives without him." Steve Irwin died while filming for Ocean's Deadliest. On September 4, 2006, while shooting for a documentary, the world-renowned crocodile hunter and Australian animal advocate was stung and killed by a stingray. Steve Irwin and his cameraman Justin Lyons were in chest-deep water outside of Queensland, Australia. The two came across an 8-foot-wide stingray, which struck Irwin after they had been filming it for a bit. In an interview with the Los Angeles Times, Lyons revealed information about the event that cost Irwin his life. It started stabbing wildly with its tail, hundreds of strikes within a few seconds. I panned with the camera as the stingray swam away. I didn't even know it had caused any damage. It wasn't until I panned the camera back, Steve was standing in a huge pool of blood. Despite the crew's efforts to save him, Irwin died before they could get him help, with his last words being, "I'm dying."
Taipan. Thing with the taipan is, they're one of the stealthiest snakes in the Australian bush.
Celebrities undergoing extreme weight loss and gain for films. Jake Gyllenhaal lived hungry for Nightcrawler. Almost unrecognizable, Jake Gyllenhaal went to great lengths to portray a career-hungry independent video news journalist. Gyllenhaal told Variety he didn't take on any particular diet. "I would try to eat as few calories as possible. I knew if I was hungry that I was in the right spot." Physically, it showed itself, but chemically and mentally, I think it was an even more fascinating journey. It became a struggle for me. Gyllenhaal also revealed that he used to run 15 miles from his house to the movie set. Furthermore, his co-star Riz Ahmed told the Canadian press he'd have a bowl of luxury chewing gum, and they were like really elaborately flavored to trick his brain into thinking he was having a meal. So he was on his exercise bike having chewed gum and like almond tea with 1 calorie.
I wanted him to look like a coyote. And in order to do that, I had to look hungry and be hungry.
Natalie Portman and Mila Kunis lost 20 pounds while filming for Black Swan. Natalie Portman was on a carrot and almond diet for a year, working 5 or 8 hours a day when she already had a slim body. Portman revealed to Entertainment Weekly the true nature of her weight loss for the role of a ballerina. "There were some nights that I thought I was literally going to die. It was the first time I understood how you could get so wrapped up in a role that it could sort of take you down." Portman's co-star Mila Kunis was in a similar boat as she dropped down to 95 pounds before telling eOnline.com. "In photographs and on film, it looked amazing, although off-camera it was very different. I would literally look at myself in the mirror and I was like, oh my god, I had no shape, no boobs, no ass. All you saw was bone. In real life, I looked disgusting." Christian Bale lost 63 pounds while filming for The Machinist and gained 43 pounds for American Hustle. Christian Bale was never even asked to lose weight for The Machinist. In an interview with BBC, he revealed that he wanted to take the task of losing weight up to his own journey. "I was intrigued by the perverse nature of mine just to see if I can go beyond what I've been told is actually safe and okay and see if I could push the limits." Bale went as far as to only consume an apple and a can of tuna a day while then running to lose body fat. Bale is known for his dramatic weight changes for his role, as he would then gain 43 pounds for American Hustle. To build up for his part, he started consuming donuts, cheeseburgers, and other junk foods. The actor even went as far to shave his head and slouch to the extent of hurting a disc in his back. The actor revealed to people that, "I will adjust for what is needed, but only if I have quite an obsession about the role."
Hour drunk, Richard. You want to tell him anything? You want to wake him up?
Oh, no, I said we shouldn't do any of it, Irvin. You know I said that, so now I support Richie.
Hilary Swank gained 19 pounds while filming for $1 Million Baby. For the role as the female boxer, Hilary Swank consumed 210 grams of protein every day for 90 days. In an interview with MovieWeb, Swank revealed her training regimen that gained her muscle as the boxer's role. "My training was 2.5 hours of boxing and approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours of lifting weights every day, 6 days a week. The producers asked me to gain 10 pounds of muscle. I gained 19 pounds of muscle. I started at 110 and went to 129. And in order to do that, I had to eat 210 grams of protein a day. Now your body can only assimilate so much protein, so I had to eat every hour and a half. So with a meal, I'll drink my egg whites because I can never eat 8 to 12 egg whites in a sitting. It's just the worst thing ever. I had to drink flax oil. Flax is a really important oil for your brain and also just to keep everything moving when you're eating that much protein. It's a really important fat. Like 1 tablespoon of flax oil has 15 grams of fat in it." From learning how to box, Swank also had to calculate her sleep schedule to work around her new eating habits. Overall thoughts. I am not someone who can deem these individuals in the wrong of the act of doing what they love best. However, I see there is some harm in some cases. As for myself, a lot of what is shown in film is exactly what I took as inspiration to become the person I am today. So when you depict a frail body or these perfect lives that are in fact nowhere near perfect, it may be damaging to growing minds. Most of the individuals on this list do what they do because they respect the characters they are becoming and want the most for them. This is honorable, but it's hard to read news articles of an actor injured on set or further. So I'd say go on forth with method acting, but going to the extent which you have suicide cross your mind or feel that a diet is resembling torture, it might have gone too far.